Hey everyone, it's Kelsey. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this little reading thing vlog. I really want to make a TBR jar, but for my physical TBR, I have a TBR jar over there that's just like different like prompts, but I want to do one just for all my physical books because I think I want to start a little like series where I read what I already own. Like read it or unhaul it, which I've seen a lot of people do, because I have not been reading any of my physical books for a few months, and I think that's a little wild. And I think I kind of need to get a move on with some of that stuff, and I want to encourage myself to do it, and if I make it into a little game, I feel like I will. So I'm gonna go around my room and like write my physical books, fold them up, put them in a little mug, and then create my little physical TBR jar. Okay, I finished it. I put it in my Halloween Town mug. So, also it's like almost full. I did not realize I had this many. I thought about doing this before and then I was like, nah, I don't have enough books, like, because I cleaned out my books and unhauled a bunch of them. But apparently I do have enough books, so I'm just shuffling this a little bit. So, let's pick the first book. I'm really scared, actually. This is it. Oh no. Lovely War, which I think is a historical fiction. So not my vibe anymore, but I'm gonna try it before I unhaul it. I feel like I'm gonna end up unhauling this one though. I just feel like I'm not gonna like this because this is just so not my thing. I don't really know what I was thinking when I bought this. I'm gonna be real. Like, it's a chunker. I remember when I bought this, I was trying to choose between this and the X-Talk, and I wish I bought the X-Talk instead, but I was like under the impression that I was gonna get into like historical, you know, fiction, and it's not my vibe, but it's like almost 500 pages. So really starting this off with a bang. It is a national bestseller, and it's by Julie Berry. I see why I bought this because I'm a big Greek mythology girly. I really am a big any mythology girly, and it's told from Aphrodite's perspective. So that's why I bought this. Now I remember. So maybe I will like it because I like mythology, but I don't know. It depends how it's done. I remember I heard really good things about it. Let's be real, I never would have picked this up if not for this video. So this is the whole point of this. This is why we're doing it. So I'll let you guys know when I start this one. I'm definitely scared. Of course, we have to start with like a 500-page book. Okay, you guys, it is the next day. I am on page 82 of Lovely War by Julie Berry, and I take back everything I said. I was wrong. I totally see why I bought this book. I get what I was thinking. I am really actually enjoying it so far. I just love the concept, and there's way more of the Greek gods in it than I thought there were gonna be. I know it's told like Aphrodite's telling the story, but I just thought she was gonna be more like a narrator, and like she is narrating, but she's involved, and then like the other gods make an appearance and they're like involved. So, and I love Greek mythology and all of that stuff, so I'm really happy that there is a lot of that in here, and a lot more than I thought there was going to be. And I actually really like the historical part of this. Like, I thought it was gonna be a little boring, and the writing this is just like beautiful. Like the language, like there's so many lines in here that I'm like, I should have underlined. Like, I wish I would have started annotating this book when I started reading it, but I honestly was that sure that I wasn't gonna like it. I want to get to page 100 by the end of this weekend. You know, we'll see if I end up really still loving it by the end. Okay, y'all, it's literally April, and I think I started this video in March, I'm not sure. And I am halfway through Lovely War. I'm on page 217, and I think I might call it. I think I might DNF it and give it away. I really wanted to like this book because I just want to be one of those like people that can read a really profound book like this and be like, wow, that was beautiful, but it's just so boring. Like, I don't care about any of the characters. I don't care about any of the love story. Yeah, the Greek gods in it are cool, but it's still not enough to keep me interested. And since I am like halfway through, if I was gonna get into this book and like interested in it, I feel like I would have by now. So I feel like rather than holding on to it, I should probably just accept that this is not my genre. I am not a historical fiction girly. That's just how I am. I am glad that I gave it a try though, because now I can definitively pass it along and not feel as bad. I might give this to my friend because she really likes history, and I think she would actually probably really enjoy this, but it's just not my genre. I wish it was, but it just isn't. Or maybe this just isn't the author of the book for me. I'm not really sure. And part of me is like, ugh, I want to finish it, but I just know that I'm not going to. Like, it's just gonna sit here halfway through and it's gonna sit on my like to read forever. And there's also like so many other books I'd rather read. Life is short. There's like so many other things I'd rather do, just like never mind even reading. I just feel like I've given it a fair shot. I'm like 50% of the way through. It is time to accept this isn't for me. Part of me was like, oh, I could put it down and then like say I'll like just pick it back up later. Maybe I'm just not in the mood, but I know myself. I know that I won't pick it back up and it will just sit on my shelf. I know that I would not have picked this up if it was not for this video, and it would have just sat on my shelf forever. So that's kind of the point of this video, you know? Let me just say though, the writing is beautiful and I can see how a lot of people really love this. I know a lot of people gave it 5 stars. I also know that it's probably going to end tragically, so I can see how it would be like one of those powerful books that a lot of people would love. I just don't think it's for me personally. I don't think it's bad. I don't think the writing is bad. I don't have anything bad to say about it. Like, the writing is beautiful and there's a lot of sentences in here that I'm like, that's beautiful, I should underline this, but I just think this is just so not for me, so not my genre. It just is not enough to keep me personally entertained. But if this sounds like your jam and you're a historical fiction person and you like this stuff, I think that you would probably really enjoy this book. This just is not my vibe, you know? We're gonna pick the next victim out of the jar. I love this Halloween Town mug, but I've never drank out of it because I don't want to mess it up. Okay, let's see. God, guys, I'm scared. This is 2. Okay. Show it to you guys first. What is this? This looks long. You're joking. I just read this one. The Fever Code. I just read this. You can already see that video. This was, I read for the oldest books on my TBR video. Just read it, gave it 5 stars. So we can actually completely get rid of that piece of paper. I was actually hoping I was gonna pull this one because I was like, I've already read it, so it'd be nice to get that out of there. That is hilarious though. I feel like I should have like color coded these or something. Oh my god, it's already unraveled. So I feel like this is upside down. The Titan's Curse. The 3rd Percy Jackson. Honestly, I could go for some Titan's Curse at the moment. I have been wanting to continue with the series, and it is very short, and I feel like it will be a good, fun, almost palate cleanser after I finish 4th Wing. So actually, I'm kind of excited about this. I think this was a good pick. Hey everyone, vlog update. I have finished The Titan's Curse, and I am so glad I picked this one. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, not disappointed when I picked it, but I was like, oh, I didn't really feel like reading it, but I'm really glad that I picked it. It was fate because I flew through this. It made me laugh. I really enjoyed it, and it reminded me why I liked the series in the first place. I feel like sometimes if a series sits on your shelf too long, you're like, do I even want to read this sort of thing, when you should read it. So I really enjoyed this. I finally met Bianca, and I think it's Nico, but I always want to say Nico because I watched Beta Squad and now in my head it's Nico instead of Nico. Does that make sense? But I think it's Nico, but I met the D'Angelos, and I see why everyone likes, I'm gonna say Nico because I think it's Nico. I see why everyone likes Nico. I can see the potential for him to become like a big character. I'm really excited. I know he has his like own set of books that I definitely want to read. I really liked Bianca too, and I actually really enjoyed Zoe and getting to see the hunters, like Artemis's hunters, and getting to see all that. And I enjoyed like the exploration of Talia's character in this, so I thought it was really fun, and the dialogue just made me laugh out loud. Like, it really does just like you can tell that I'm like a middle schooler's telling the story sort of thing, and I love that about Percy Jackson, like, because it's supposed to be him telling the story and you can tell, and he has a certain voice, and I just love that. It makes it so fun and so enjoyable to read. I am very excited to, well, I say that I already started the 4th one that is not in this jar, so I just started it of my own volition, but I'm excited to see where the series goes. I just can't wait. I also loved all the new like monsters and mythical creatures we saw in this. The prophecy was interesting. Like, I know we always have like some sort of prophecy, we have that big overarching prophecy, but I thought it was really fun that they got this prophecy for this quest, and then the whole book you're trying to figure out like what it means, and they're like, oh, is this part of the prophecy? I just thought that was really fun. Also, Apollo cracks me up in this. I feel like the gods were so much more present in this one than they usually are, and it was like so fun. Like Dionysus interfered, Artemis, they were on a quest to save her and she was in it. Apollo interfered, so he was funny. I'm trying to think of anybody else. And then at the end we see, like, obviously all the gods. I'm trying to think of anyone else really. Oh, how could I forget Ares and Aphrodite interfered? I just like seeing more of the gods is so fun. I love Greek mythology. I love the Greek gods, the Olympians, like, yes. So this was really fun. Thought this was really well done. Great continuation, and I am excited to continue with the fourth one. I'm like 50 pages into it right now. These read so fast too, which I love because sometimes your brain just needs something like easy and fun. Like this world, it's fun, it's easy, but you also care about what's happening. It's not like you're just reading it and you don't care sort of thing. Like you love the characters, but it also doesn't take a lot of brain power, which is really nice, honestly. That is my opinion. Then I've got my little jar, which is a mug, but whatever. And it's time for me to pick what the next book for this video is. Oh, me forgetting the title of the video. Obviously I'm keeping this, duh. Not unhauling. So we've got one unhaul this video and then one keep. So 50-50, pretty fun. It's very hard to really get down here. Is this stuck to stuff? Okay, I try not to look at it first. What does this say? Hello? I can't even tell what this says. Oh, Scythe. I was like, selfie. Do I still have Scythe on my shelf? I must, if it's in here. Next one is Scythe. Actually, I'm not mad about this. I've had this for a very long time, and I do actually think this would be right up my alley. I do think I'll probably enjoy it, and I've been needing to read, like I've been wanting to read more like young adult fantasies like that just because they always hit for me still, and I think this is a young adult fantasy technically. I also think it's a duology. Is it a duology? I know there's a second one. I just don't know if it's a duology or a trilogy. I hope it's a duology because then it would be easy to finish. So, okay, I'm not mad about it. Can't complain. That will be the next one. I will hopefully remember to update you guys while I'm reading it instead of at the end. For Percy Jackson, I just flew through it and I just forgot to update you when I was in the middle of it, so I will try to remember for this one. Okay guys, as you know, I picked Scythe for my Read It or Unhaul It jar, Halloween Town jar. Okay, listen, I don't know what I want to do because I like it, but I just don't want to read about death right now for reasons that I don't want to get into. So it's not that I don't think I would enjoy this book and that I'm not enjoying it. I just don't think it's a good time for me to be reading about a book like all centered on like a almost dystopian like death world. I just don't know that that is what's good for me right now. But I do think that if I picked it up at a later date, I'd probably really like it. So I'm making the decision to DNF this, but I'm not gonna unhaul it because I do think if I read this at a different point in my life, I probably would like it. That being said, the whole point of this is to kind of like clean off books and not just like put them back on my shelf. So I'm gonna put this back in the jar eventually. I'm not gonna put it back in for this pick right now, but if I pick it a second time and I still don't want to read it, then I'm gonna unhaul this. But for now, I'm gonna keep it just because this is like extenuating circumstances, like outside of the book's control, and I still think I might like it, but who knows? Maybe I'll end up unhauling it after I read it anyways because I don't know if I really want to purchase the entire, like it's a trilogy, I don't know, the entire like book series. I just don't know that this is something I really need to own on my shelf. But we'll see. Again, like I said, I just don't know if this is like my vibe anymore, but so I am going to put it down, not unhaul it. If the next time during the series I pick it up I still don't want to read it, I'm not interested, then we will unhaul it and let her go. But we'll see, because I really don't know if it's just that I don't want to read about death right now, or if maybe that's just not something I want to read about at all anymore, like this, like a dystopian sort of thing. I don't really read dystopian anymore. I like my classic, like, you know, Hunger Games, Maze Runner, but I think because we've kind of lived through almost a dystopian sort of vibes with COVID and everything, it's just like I don't know that I really need to read about it anymore, because my curiosity about that and what it would be like, I feel like in a way we've already experienced it, so maybe that's why. I feel like I don't see a lot of people reading dystopian anymore either. If I had read this when I got it, and at the height of it, I probably would have liked it. But again, I just don't know if it's not my vibe anymore or if it's just because of other things. So we'll see. So, like I said, if next time I draw I still don't want to read it, then okay. So, I'm gonna pick another one. I'm trying to really get in the bottom. Oh my god, I'm scared. I don't think you can. The Secret History. Oh no. Oh no. I don't have any good reason to not read this one, so I guess we're reading it. I'm not excited. This is supposed to be really good. I loved If We Were Villains. It's dark academia. I do love a good dark academia. It says, under the influence of their charismatic classics professor, a group of clever, eccentric misfits at an elite New England college discover a way of thinking and living that is a world away from the humdrum existence of their contemporaries. But when they go beyond the boundaries of normal morality, they slip gradually from obsession to corruption and betrayal, and at last inexorably, is that right? into evil. Doesn't really tell me what that book is about except that it's dark academia. I will say though, the font in this is terrible, but this is one I've been wanting to read anyways. It's supposed to be really good. I really loved If We Were Villains, and I have been meaning to read this, so this will be the one that we do. Secret History by Donna Tartt. All I know about this is that it's dark academia, and I do love dark academia, so could be good, could be bad, who knows.